our last speaker for today, Dr. Anna Agung Gede Satya Utama from Universitas Airlangga, Indonesia. Dr. Anna Agung Gede Satya Utama is a lecturer, researcher, and consultant in the fields of accounting and information system. He has been a permanent lecturer in the Department of Accounting at the Faculty of Economic and Business, Universitas Airlangga, Surabaya, Indonesia, since 2005. He obtained his master's degree in accounting from Universitas Airlangga in 2008 and completed his doctoral studies in accounting science at Universitas Airlangga in 2023. His research focuses on accounting information system, qualitative methods, sustainability, big data, and community development. He is an expert in qualitative data analysis using NVivo software, actively participating as speaker and moderator in seminars, workshops, and conferences at the national and international levels. Throughout his career, he has authored more than 90 publications in reputable international journals and accredited national journals, as well as authored more than 9 books. Okay, for Dr. Anna Agung Gede Satya Utama, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Ibu Indra, for the monitoring for this event, and great day for everyone. Yeah, great day for everyone join this Wimaya International Conference, the 4th Wimaya International Conference. And also thanks for the invitation for me from the IBPM and all committee members. And also thanks to all previous speakers, all previous speakers, the committee on this conference, and also for the all distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. So today I will deliver my presentation about the qualitative research in social science, trends and tools. This presentation will exploring the trend and tools in the qualitative research within the context of social science, because we know that qualitative research focuses on understanding human behavior and social phenomena by examining non-numeric data like interviews, observations, and textual analysis. This presentation also emphasizes the integrations of modern tools such as AI, the artificial intelligence, and the big data to enhance the depth and accuracy of qualitative analysis. So the objective of this presentation to bridge traditional qualitative methodology with emerging technological trends to advance research practices and outcomes. Okay, for the introduction, we define the qualitative research as an essential approach in social science for investigating complex social realities. Unlike quantitative research, which emphasize the measurement and the generalizations, qualitative method prioritize context, subjectivity, and meaning. The key characteristic includes its narrative style and inductive reasoning. By focusing on the why and how of phenomenon, qualitative research uncovers deeper insights into human experiences and cultural dynamics. This is, we talk about the paradigm in the social science research. We know that we have the positivism, we have interpretivism, and constructivism. For the positivism, we emphasize the objective and measurable the phenomena. And the interpretation, we focuses on subjective meaning and understandings. And the last, constructivism, we examine the socially constructed nature of the reality. And this is the highlight, yeah, the essential characteristic such as the emphasis on context and the subjectivity, the narrative and descriptive nature of qualitative methods enable researchers to explore social phenomena deeply, and flexibility in research designs allows adaptation to emerging data and new insights, ensuring a rich and detailed understanding of the studied phenomena, which I take from the Creswell's book, 2013. This is some of the strategies in the qualitative research. We have descriptive, yeah, interpretive, explanatory, and the exploratory. Each strategy is suited to different research objectives. For example, descriptive research aim to document phenomena as they occur, while exploratory research identify patterns and generate new proposition or new hypothesis in the quantitative. And the interpretive strategies, on the other hand, delve into the meaning individuals attach to their experience. And for the data collection methods, in the qualitative research, we can do in-depth interview, the FGD focus group discussions, the participant observations, and use of archival, the material, the documentation, and also the multimedia. And for the coding and the categorization, this is the essential part of the qualitative analysis we do in coding and the categorization. The meaning of coding, we organizing data into meaningful segments. And then for the categorization, we grouping the codes into the terms and patterns. So in the qualitative, we also know the term of the analysis is thematic analysis and the content analysis. For the tools, we can use the N5 software or Atlas.ti for managing and the analyzing of data. For the tools of data visualization, because in the qualitative, we try to describe the phenomenon, yeah, by narrative, by descriptive, and also additional with the data visualization. So when we do in analysis, we need to coding metrics, yeah. We summarize and compare the data when that we collected, and we can use the word clouds, yeah. With the word class, the meaning of highlight the frequent term, and the tree maps, yeah, we show the hierarchical relationships. So in the qualitative research, we also must understanding about the big data, yeah. Start from the data first, and then the big data, and also big data focus in the qualitative research. The integrating big data expand the scope of the qualitative research by analyzing large volumes of the textual data, such as social media posts. The researcher gain insights into collective behaviors. Yeah, the ethnography as a form on online ethnography, yeah, exemplify this approach, yeah, by exploring the digital communities and their dynamics. Yeah, this definition taken from the Kozinets, yeah, the inventors of the ethnography approach. So what about the AI, yeah, the artificial intelligence in the qualitative research? The AI technologies, including the natural language processing, yeah, have revolution qualitative analysis with the automated sentiment analysis and semantic analysis enable researchers to analyze large textual data set efficiently. Yeah, the tools by the Kozinet ethnography, yeah, platform integrated the AI capabilities, offering deeper insight into online discourses. So in semantic and the sentiment analysis, yeah, the semantic analysis focuses on the meaning of the text data, uncovering nuances patterns, and relationship. It examines language structure and uses the derived contextual insight. And the sentiment analysis, we understanding the public attitude and the perception. Yeah, for example, in the business, we can try to analyze what the CEO speech, what is CEO speech in the management letter in the context of the sentiment analysis. So these techniques are widely used in the social science research to understand the public opinion and the attitude, the policies and or the events, by employing the advance of natural language processing algorithm. I think the researcher can process extensive data set efficiently, revealing trends that were previously inaccessible. This for semantic and sentiment analysis. So we need to consider with the ethical when we do in the qualitative analysis. I think the ethical concerns, include safeguarding participant confidentially, ensuring the informed consent, and addressing the potential bias. With the advent of big data and AI, the ethical challenges have expanded to include algorithm bias and data misuse. So the researchers must be transparent about their methodology and ethical protocols, adhering the regulation to ensure data integrity and participant trust. And in the qualitative research, ethic, we must emphasize the respect for individual and communities, fostering trust and authenticity in the findings. So this is the challenge in the qualitative social science research. Many articles, many journals, and many books have already mentioned about the challenge of the qualitative. We have limited generalizability of the findings, managing bias and subjectivity, and how to balance that with scalability in big data contexts. So, for example, in the case study AI in the social science research, the case study demonstrate the application of AI in the social science research. For example, AI-driven sentiment analysis of social media posts, during social movement can uncover patterns, engagement, the public perception, and influence. And several studies also provide the actionable insights, for policymakers and activities, and how the AI, enhance the scope and depth qualitative research by combining traditional methods with AI tools. I think this is the case, for current research and current implementation. And we have also know about the mixed method approach. When we talk about the mixed method approach, we combining qualitative and quantitative techniques, and also we need the triangulation for rich analysis and validation. For example, the form of triangulation, we can combine the survey plus interview, and also the observation plus the other analytics. Okay. So what is the emerging trends in the qualitative research? The emerging trend in qualitative research, include automated coding through machine learning, enabling faster and more consistent analysis. We have digital ethnography or nethnography, focuses on studying online communication, that we offer insight into virtual interaction in the communities, online and cultures. And also the last of trends in qualitative research, in my view, is artificial intelligence and powered pattern recognition enhance researchers' ability to identify themes in big data sets. I think these innovations are reshaping qualitative methodology, making them more adaptive and efficient. This is the tools for the qualitative research that we can do and we can implement it in our research. For example, for qualitative research, we can do N5O and Atlas.ti, yeah, for coding and theme detection, yeah, coding and theme analysis. And also we can use the Nethnography platform for digital qualitative studies when we join the online community and looking the activities in the online community. Yeah, we can participate the community online when we do ethnography as a lurking, yeah, as a lurking or directly mentioned in the community that have an admin, yeah, have an admin that we can ask, yeah, we can post something new, something issues in that groups. And also the integration of artificial intelligence for automated analysis. The NFIFO and the NFIFO especially have automated analysis that can guide the researcher to identify, to detect what is the important point of the data collections. So for the analysis of results, after we collect our data, yeah, our data, even the small data or big data, the first step, we need to identifying the patterns, yeah, the themes and relationship within the data. So we can use the theoretical frameworks, yeah, the theoretical framework to guide interpretation, to ensuring consistency and relevant. Even we know that when we conduct in qualitative, we the one of the type of qualitative when we call grounded theory, we do not use the theory, yeah, we don't use the theory. But the important point when we conduct the research, even quantitative and qualitative, we must know the research question first. The research question is very essential for researchers, yeah, and then the theory in the quantitative to solve the problem, to solve the question, and the qualitative, yeah, we identifying the pattern and also the coding. And ensuring the consistency and rigor in the reporting, because in qualitative we not in terms of generalization, but in qualitative we have the transferability, yeah, we have the transferability and the qualitative of analysis, the rigorous of in reporting. Yeah. So what about the writing and reporting finding? As I know that we don't have a standard. Yeah, we don't have a standard to writing the report of qualitative researchers. Yeah, we can check in many journals. Yeah, in specific in qualitative. The point is the structuring research report with the clarity, yeah, with the clarity, because the effective reporting in the qualitative balance the academic rigor with the narrative storytelling. So the researcher structure findings to highlight, yeah, the key themes, yeah, and insight, the ensuring clarity and the coherence, and also the visualizations, such as we use chart, yeah, we use word cloud, tree map, yeah, enhance the presentation and making finding accessible to both academic and non-academic audience to understand what we write on the qualitative report. So the reporting process also reflect the researchers, the analytical journey, the demonstrating how the conclusion were derived from the data and made the conclusion with some of the contribution, some of for the research, and don't forget to put the limitation also in the writing in the qualitative reports. Yeah. So, what the future of qualitative social science research? The future of qualitative research lies in integrating advanced technologies like AI, the quantum computing, and also self-service analytical tools. So this innovation access to research tools, enabling more diverse participation in qualitative study. The interdisciplinary approach, the combining between social science with the computational methods, promise rich insights and return for the social impact. And as a researcher, address the ethical challenge also, the potential for qualitative research to drive the meaningful change continues to expand. So this is my conclusion for this international conference. The qualitative research remains essential or vital for understanding complex social phenomena. The integration of big data and artificial intelligence expand its potential, making it more accessible and impactful. And by addressing ethical challenge, researchers can ensure the integrity and relevance of their finding. So that's all my presentation for today. Back to you, Ibu Indra, as a moderator. Thank you very much. Very good morning.